Hi, everybody. I'm Matt with the LA Writers Center. Today I have Christian Prentice with us, who is a cast member in Chasing the Wolf. Welcome. Why don't you introduce yourself, say where you're from, and the role you're playing?
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Christian Prentice. I'm originally from Louisville, Kentucky, but now I'm based out of LA. And I'm playing the role of Eli Cooper in Chasing the Wolf.
Awesome. Well, this will be pretty painless, just about two questions. So, Sheree told me you grew up in a musical family. Is that right?
It is, yeah. So my mom was a blues and R&B singer, and my dad was her lead guitarist, and they sort of met in the band. So I was sort of raised in a blues and rock family, and so music has always been a big part. Both of my brothers are musicians. Every aunt and uncle that I have is musicians. I'm like the only actor in the family of musicians, so I'm sort of this
Right.
weird
That's odd.
black sheep.
Right. You're the black sheep, but not like I'm the black sheep in my family. But my family is like finance and medicine, so that's
Yeah,
you're like
yeah,
black
like
sheep.
I am, but
Okay.
I'm not an accountant. So they're like, there's
Right.
that actor running
Yeah.
lines again.
So how is growing up in that family influence your work on the script? Because it's a very musical script.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely like brought a lot of nostalgia to it because I kind of grew up listening to like old records, old blues records, and like it was always playing in the house. My mom's always singing, and sort of brought a sense of like my youth and like my upbringing to it, and it's just been kind of nice to sort of kind of get back in touch with that part of myself because play is set partly in Mississippi, and so like I'm from the South, and it was nice to kind of like hear that sort of cadence and hear those sort of rhythms again, and then
Right.
the music and the play is really like really beautiful stuff. So it's kind of cool to like kind of sing that a little bit.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. It kind of connects you back to you know, your roots, where you're from, your
Yeah.
family, the South. It's personal. Um, so just another quick question. Why do you think this particular play is important for people to hear?
Oh, it's this play. I've read this play like four times, and every single time I've read it, by the end I'm just in tears. It's so powerful and heartbreaking. It's about this couple, this interracial couple, white husband and a black wife, and they keep circling each other in time. Like no matter what happens when one of them dies, they reconnect, and it's very interesting how it addresses relationships and an interracial sense and racism that's from the 30s still to today, and how our society has changed and made progress, but in a lot of ways it's still there's still a lot of issues that we need to address that we haven't addressed. So it's timely, it's poetic, it's interesting, and it's there's a lot of things happening, and it's just like for the first half you're like, wait, what's going on? And then you're like, oh my god, I'm just shredded by the end of it. So
Yeah, it sneaks up on you because there's a lot going on, but at the same time, like you're right, it deals with stuff that is very simple and
yeah,
very just like kind of characteristic of
yeah,
America, regardless of time.
yeah. And I think at the core, I think it's a love story. It's what do we do? What are we willing to do? How far are we willing to go for the people that we love and the things that we love? And in this play, and I don't want to spoil it, but like I traveled through time, kind of. So, so like he must really love his wife to do that, and to be willing to endure a lot of those things, because interracial relationships weren't allowed back then. It was taboo and illegal in a lot of places. So it's like, fuck it. If I love you, I'm like, it doesn't matter. I'm willing to break the law for it. I'm willing to go against what society says is right for what my heart says is right. And I think that that's an important lesson that we could all kind of learn. So
Yeah, that's a beautiful way to encapsulate it. We'll leave it at that. Well, thanks for joining us, man, and we all look forward to seeing your performance in the play. Thanks
thanks.
for talking with us, man.